Tell me about yourself. Such a simple question. But this is exactly the moment when most people freeze completely. Your brain starts racing through options. Where do you even start? What should you say? Do you talk about your last job? Or start the story back in kindergarten? Hi, everyone. I'm Max.
And I'm Anna. Welcome to our podcast. The real problem with this question is that it has no rules at all. You get a blank page and nothing else. Without a clear plan, you'll either throw out random facts or mumble something unclear, or recite your whole resume word for word. Today, we're going to fix this problem once and for all. We'll break this question down by structure and by context. You'll get two clear formulas depending on the situation. One for a formal job interview, another for casual conversations. No theory for the sake of theory, just tools you can use right away.
Let's start with the interview. When a recruiter asks you to tell them about yourself, they mean something specific. They're asking about your professional side. They don't need your entire life story. They need a short, convincing answer about who you are as a professional right now, and why they should hire you.
The most common mistake here is starting too far back. People talk about the city where they were born, or the school they went to, or how they picked their college years ago. The recruiter doesn't need any of that. Your resume is already right there on the table. They don't want to hear it read out loud.
To sound professional, focused, and confident, there's a simple three-step formula: present, past, future. First, where you are right now, professionally speaking. Then, a quick look back at what brought you here. And finally, where you're heading next, and why this job interests you.
The easiest place to start is the present. One sentence about who you are today. You open your answer with just one sentence about your current situation. This gives the listener instant context and places you in a professional field. You clearly name your current role or profession. For example, you say, "Right now, I'm an HR specialist at a global company." If you're a student or changing careers, the answer sounds different. You say, "I'm currently finishing my degree in psychology." That's it. Full stop. One sentence that sets the whole scene.
Next comes the past. After stating who you are now, you take a short step back. Your job is to build a logical bridge. Show how your past experience led you to where you are today. Here, only give the brightest, most relevant facts, the highlights. Don't list every single job from your work history. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. For example, you say, "Before this, I spent 2 years as a restaurant administrator. It taught me to solve problems fast, on the spot." See how that works? You're not just listing facts. You're showing the logic behind your growth. Your past experience becomes the foundation for your current role.
And the last part is the future. This is the most important part. It explains why you're at this interview at all. This is where you connect your professional goals to the company's needs. You explain exactly why this role caught your interest. For example, "Right now, I'm looking to apply my skills to international projects. That's exactly why your position caught my attention."
Now let's put all 3 steps together into one smooth answer. Here's an example. Right now, I'm a sales coordinator at a small travel agency. Before this, I spent 2 years in customer support. That taught me how to stay calm in tough situations. And now I'm looking for a chance to work with bigger corporate clients. That's exactly why this role caught my interest. This whole answer takes about 30 seconds. There's not a single wasted word in it. It has a clear structure, a logical flow, and a strong ending. You don't ramble on. You finish on a confident note that shows your motivation. That's exactly what any employer wants to hear.
This is exactly where most people trip up. They've already made their point, but nerves make them keep talking. Something vague like, "Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it." And that ruins an impression that was good up until then. A much stronger answer simply ends on a confident note.
Now let's move to the second scenario. Imagine you're at a party, a backyard barbecue, or a casual get-together with coworkers. Someone new comes up and asks that same question. Tell me about yourself. If you use the interview structure here, it'll backfire completely. You'll start talking about job duties, process optimization, and career goals. People will walk away within 30 seconds. In a casual setting, nobody cares about your professional skills. They care about your personality, your interests, the vibe you bring. A completely different approach works here. Briefly mention what you do, then switch to something outside of work. It could be a hobby, an interest, a way you like to relax. Anything that makes you more interesting to talk to.
Let's compare two answers. Option 1, dry and flat. You say, "I'm a lawyer at an insurance company." What happens next? The conversation hits a dead end instantly. The other person doesn't know what to say except a polite, "Cool." Then comes an awkward pause, and the conversation just dies. Option 2. You say, "I'm in law, but right now I'm learning to play guitar." Feel the difference? You just gave the person a perfect hook. You threw them a line that's easy to grab onto. Now they don't have to struggle to think of something to ask. They can ask about the guitar, how long you've played, what music you like, or just talk about music in general. The conversation takes off on its own, naturally and without any pressure.
The hook can be literally any activity of yours, or even just how you relax. You could say, "I teach math, but weekends are for rock climbing." Or, "I work in PR, but my real passion is restoring old furniture." The main secret to casual small talk in English is showing your human side and giving the other person an easy way to keep the conversation going. Assuming, of course, you actually want it to continue.
One more important thing. In casual settings, native speakers don't always use the exact phrase, "Tell me about yourself." They often phrase it differently. For example, "So what keeps you busy?" Or, "What do you like to do for fun?" But no matter how it's phrased, the approach stays the same. A quick fact about your job, and an interesting hook about your life outside the office.
The phrase, "Tell me about yourself," isn't a trap. It's not a reason to panic. It's a useful tool once you understand the context. And keep a simple structure in mind. For formal interviews, use the tight, clear formula: present, past, future. You give quick context about your current role and show relevant past experience. Then you explain your motivation for the future. It takes 30 seconds and makes you look focused and professional. For casual meetings, parties, and new introductions, use the flexible formula: job plus hook. You just briefly mention what you do, then immediately shift the focus to your interests, hobbies, or lifestyle. This gives the other person an easy way to keep the conversation going.
In the next episode, we'll talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Why does it scare so many people? And what actually helps you take that step, both in language and in life? If today's episode was helpful, hit like and subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode.
Thanks for being with us. See you in the next episode.